Fear and anxiety are universal human experiences that can significantly impact our well-being. In Buddhism, these emotions are understood as natural responses to the challenges and uncertainties of life. However, they are also seen as manifestations of deeper mental states that can be addressed through spiritual practice. According to Buddhist teachings, fear and anxiety often arise from ignorance, avidya, and attachment, upadana. Ignorance refers to a fundamental misunderstanding of the nature of reality, while attachment involves clinging to transient things in the hope that they will provide lasting happiness. Buddhism teaches that all phenomena are impermanent, anicca, and this impermanence can be a source of fear when we cling to the illusion of permanence. For example, we may fear losing loved ones, our health, or our material possessions because we mistakenly believe that these things can provide us with permanent security and happiness. This clinging creates a cycle of suffering, dukkha, as we inevitably face the loss or change of what we hold dear. Anxiety, on the other hand, is often linked to our desire for control and certainty in an inherently uncertain world. The mind becomes preoccupied with potential future threats or losses, leading to a state of constant worry and unease. In Buddhism, this is seen as a form of mental proliferation, papanka, where the mind generates endless scenarios and fears based on its attachments and aversions. To address fear and anxiety, Buddhism offers a path of wisdom, prajna, and compassion, karuna. By cultivating a deeper understanding of the nature of reality and developing practices that foster inner peace, individuals can learn to navigate their fears and anxieties more skillfully. This involves recognizing the impermanent and interdependent nature of all things, letting go of attachments, and developing a compassionate attitude towards oneself and others. Through mindfulness, sati, and meditation, bhavana, practitioners can observe their thoughts and emotions without becoming entangled in them. This awareness allows for a more balanced perspective, reducing the intensity of fear and anxiety. Additionally, ethical conduct, sila, and community support, sangha, provide a foundation for living in harmony with oneself and others, further alleviating these distressing emotions. In summary, Buddhism offers profound insights into the nature of fear and anxiety, viewing them as opportunities for spiritual growth rather than obstacles. By embracing the teachings and practices of Buddhism, individuals can transform their relationship with these emotions, leading to greater peace and resilience in the face of life's inevitable challenges. The Four Noble Truths form the cornerstone of Buddhist teachings and offer profound insights into the nature of suffering, including fear and anxiety. The first noble truth, the truth of suffering, dukkha, acknowledges that life is inherently filled with various forms of suffering, including fear and anxiety. This recognition is not meant to be pessimistic, but rather a realistic acknowledgement that these emotions are part of the human experience. By understanding that fear and anxiety are natural aspects of life, we can begin to approach them with greater acceptance and less resistance. The second noble truth identifies the cause of suffering as craving or attachment, tanha. Fear and anxiety often arise from our attachments to certain outcomes, desires, or aversions. For instance, the fear of losing a loved one or the anxiety about future uncertainties stems from our deep-seated attachments and desires for security and permanence. By recognizing these attachments, we can start to see how they contribute to our emotional turmoil. The third noble truth offers hope by stating that there is an end to suffering, nirodha. This cessation comes from letting go of our attachments and cravings. In the context of fear and anxiety, this means learning to release our tight grip on the need for control and certainty. When we understand that it is possible to live without being dominated by these emotions, we open ourselves up to a more peaceful and liberated state of mind. The fourth noble truth outlines the path to the cessation of suffering through the Eightfold Path, Magga. This path provides practical steps for transforming our relationship with fear and anxiety. By cultivating right understanding, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration, we develop the skills needed to navigate life's challenges with greater equanimity. Each aspect of the Eightfold Path offers tools for addressing the root causes of our fears and anxieties. guiding us towards a more balanced and serene existence. In summary, the Four Noble Truths provide a comprehensive framework for understanding and addressing fear and anxiety. By acknowledging their presence, identifying their causes, believing in the possibility of their cessation, and following a practical path towards liberation, we can transform our relationship with these challenging emotions. Through diligent practice and mindful awareness, we can cultivate a deeper sense of peace and resilience in the face of life's inevitable uncertainties. The Eightfold Path, central to Buddhist teachings, offers a comprehensive framework for overcoming fear and anxiety. This path is divided into 8 interconnected practices that serve as a guide to ethical conduct, mental discipline, and wisdom. By following these principles, individuals can cultivate a balanced and peaceful mind, which is essential for managing fear and anxiety. Right understanding is the first step on the Eightfold Path and involves seeing things as they truly are. It encourages the recognition of the impermanent and interdependent nature of all phenomena. By understanding that fear and anxiety are transient states, one can begin to detach from them and reduce their impact on the mind. Right thought follows, emphasizing the importance of cultivating thoughts of renunciation, goodwill, and harmlessness. Negative thoughts often fuel fear and anxiety, so replacing them with positive intentions can help alleviate these emotions. This practice encourages a mindset that is free from ill will and harmful desires. Right speech involves speaking truthfully, kindly, and beneficially. Fear and anxiety can be exacerbated by harmful speech, whether it is directed at oneself or others. By practicing right speech, individuals can create a more harmonious environment that reduces stress and promotes emotional well-being. Right action focuses on ethical conduct through actions that do not harm others. Engaging in compassionate and altruistic behaviors can foster a sense of connection and support, which are crucial for overcoming feelings of fear and isolation. Right livelihood entails earning a living in a way that does not cause harm to others. This principle encourages individuals to pursue careers that align with ethical values, thereby reducing internal conflict and promoting peace of mind. Right effort involves making a conscious effort to cultivate wholesome qualities and abandon unwholesome ones. This includes developing mindfulness and concentration while letting go of negative emotions, such as fear and anxiety. Consistent effort in this direction leads to mental clarity and emotional stability. Right mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in each moment without judgment. Mindfulness helps individuals observe their thoughts and emotions without becoming overwhelmed by them. By maintaining awareness of the present moment, one can prevent fear and anxiety from taking control. Right concentration refers to developing deep states of meditative absorption. Through meditation, individuals can achieve a focused and tranquil mind, which is less susceptible to the disturbances caused by fear and anxiety. Concentration practices help stabilize the mind, making it easier to face challenges with equanimity. By integrating these 8 practices into daily life, individuals can create a solid foundation for overcoming fear and anxiety. The Eightfold Path provides practical tools for transforming negative emotions into positive states of mind, leading to greater inner peace and resilience. Mindfulness meditation is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice and offers profound benefits for managing fear and anxiety. At its core, mindfulness involves paying deliberate attention to the present moment without judgment. This practice helps individuals become more aware of their thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations, allowing them to observe these experiences without becoming overwhelmed. By cultivating this awareness, one can begin to understand the transient nature of fear and anxiety, recognizing that these emotions are not permanent fixtures, but passing states of mind. The practice of mindfulness meditation typically begins with focusing on the breath. By anchoring attention to the rhythmic pattern of inhalation and exhalation, practitioners can create a sense of stability and calm. When fear or anxiety arises, instead of reacting impulsively or trying to suppress these feelings, mindfulness encourages a gentle acknowledgement of their presence. This non-reactive stance helps to diminish the power that fear and anxiety hold over the mind. Moreover, mindfulness meditation fosters a deeper understanding of the root causes of fear and anxiety. Often, these emotions are tied to worries about the future or regrets about the past. By staying grounded in the present moment, individuals can break free from these cyclical patterns of thought. This shift in perspective can lead to a significant reduction in the intensity and frequency of anxious episodes. In addition to breath awareness, body scan meditation is another effective technique within mindfulness practice. This involves systematically directing attention to different parts of the body, noticing any tension or discomfort without trying to change it. This practice not only enhances bodily awareness, but also promotes relaxation and release of physical manifestations of stress. Regular mindfulness meditation practice can rewire the brain's response to stress. Studies have shown that consistent meditation can decrease activity in the amygdala, the brain region associated with fear responses, while increasing connectivity in areas related to executive function and emotional regulation. This neuroplasticity underscores the transformative potential of mindfulness in managing fear and anxiety. Incorporating mindfulness into daily life extends beyond formal meditation sessions. Simple practices such as mindful walking, eating, or even engaging in routine tasks with full attention can reinforce a state of calm awareness throughout the day. Over time, this continuous thread of mindfulness can create a buffer against stressors, making it easier to navigate life's challenges with equanimity. Ultimately, mindfulness meditation empowers individuals to face their fears with courage and clarity. By fostering an intimate understanding of one's inner landscape, it becomes possible to respond to fear and anxiety with wisdom and compassion rather than avoidance or panic. Through sustained practice, mindfulness can transform one's relationship with fear and anxiety, leading to a more peaceful and resilient state of being. Loving kindness, metta, meditation is a profound practice in Buddhism that aims to cultivate compassion and unconditional love towards oneself and others. This form of meditation involves silently repeating phrases that express good wishes and intentions, starting with oneself and gradually extending these feelings to others, including loved ones, neutral parties, and even those with whom one has conflicts. The practice begins by finding a quiet place to sit comfortably, closing the eyes and taking a few deep breaths to center the mind. The meditator then focuses on generating feelings of warmth and kindness towards themselves by repeating phrases such as, "May I be happy," "May I be healthy," "May I be safe," and "May I live with ease." Once a strong sense of self-compassion is established, the focus shifts outward. The meditator extends these same wishes to a loved one, visualizing them clearly and repeating similar phrases like, "May you be happy," "May you be healthy," "May you be safe," and "May you live with ease." As the practice continues, the circle of compassion widens to include neutral individuals, people for whom the meditator has no strong feelings either way. This step is crucial as it helps break down the barriers of indifference. Finally, the meditator extends loving kindness to those they find challenging or have conflicts with, which can be the most difficult but also the most transformative part of the practice. By wishing well, even to those who have caused pain or suffering, one begins to dissolve feelings of anger, resentment, and fear. Loving kindness meditation not only fosters compassion, but also serves as an antidote to fear and anxiety. By focusing on positive emotions and intentions, it helps shift the mind away from negative thought patterns that contribute to anxiety. The practice encourages a sense of interconnectedness and empathy, reminding us that all beings seek happiness and wish to avoid suffering. Over time, regular practice can lead to a more compassionate outlook on life, reducing feelings of isolation and fear. Moreover, scientific studies have shown that loving kindness meditation can have significant psychological benefits. It has been found to increase positive emotions, improve well-being, and even enhance physical health by reducing stress levels. For those struggling with fear and anxiety, incorporating metta meditation into their daily routine can provide a powerful tool for emotional healing and resilience. In essence, loving kindness meditation is not just about feeling good in the moment. It is about cultivating a lasting sense of compassion that permeates all aspects of life. By regularly practicing metta meditation, individuals can develop a more compassionate heart, which in turn helps alleviate their own fears and anxieties while contributing positively to the world around them. In Buddhism, the concept of impermanence, or anicca, is a fundamental teaching that can play a crucial role in reducing fear and anxiety. Impermanence refers to the understanding that all conditioned phenomena are transient and subject to change. This realization can be profoundly liberating when it comes to managing fear and anxiety, as it helps individuals recognize that their current emotional states are not permanent fixtures, but temporary experiences. Fear often arises from the attachment to certain outcomes or the dread of potential future events. By embracing the principle of impermanence, one can begin to see that both positive and negative experiences are fleeting. This awareness can diminish the intensity of fear because it shifts the focus from a fixed, unchangeable perspective to one that is fluid and dynamic. For instance, when facing a challenging situation, understanding that this too shall pass can provide a sense of relief and reduce the grip of anxiety. Moreover, impermanence encourages a more present-centered approach to life. When we acknowledge that everything is in constant flux, we become more attuned to the present moment rather than being consumed by worries about the future or regrets about the past. This mindfulness can help break the cycle of anxious thoughts and bring a sense of calm and clarity. Additionally, recognizing impermanence fosters resilience. Knowing that setbacks and difficulties are temporary allows individuals to bounce back more quickly from adverse situations. It cultivates an attitude of acceptance and adaptability, which are essential qualities for navigating life's uncertainties without being overwhelmed by fear. In essence, the Buddhist teaching of anicca offers a powerful tool for reducing fear and anxiety by promoting a deeper understanding of the transient nature of all things. By internalizing this truth, individuals can develop a more balanced and equanimous approach to life's inevitable ups and downs, ultimately leading to greater inner peace and emotional stability. In Buddhism, the concept of non-attachment, or anatta, is central to understanding and alleviating anxiety. Anatta, often translated as non-self or no soul, teaches that there is no permanent, unchanging self within us. This idea challenges the conventional notion of a fixed identity and encourages us to see ourselves as fluid and interconnected with the world around us. By embracing this perspective, we can begin to loosen the grip of anxiety that often stems from clinging to a rigid sense of self. Anxiety frequently arises from our attachment to specific outcomes, identities, and possessions. We fear losing what we have or not achieving what we desire because we mistakenly believe these things define who we are. When we internalize the principle of anatta, we start to recognize that our true nature is not tied to these external factors. This realization can be profoundly liberating, as it allows us to approach life with greater flexibility and openness. Practicing non-attachment does not mean becoming indifferent or disengaged from life. Instead, it involves cultivating a balanced relationship with our experiences, where we appreciate and engage with them without becoming overly dependent on them for our sense of self-worth. This balanced approach can significantly reduce the anxiety that comes from fearing loss or failure. One practical way to embrace non-attachment is through mindfulness meditation. By observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment, we can see how they arise and pass away, much like clouds in the sky. This practice helps us understand that our thoughts and emotions are transient and do not define us. Over time, this awareness can diminish the power that anxiety holds over us. Another method is to reflect on the impermanent nature of all things. By contemplating the ever-changing nature of life, we can develop a sense of equanimity and acceptance. This understanding helps us let go of our tight grip on expectations and outcomes, reducing the anxiety that comes from trying to control what is ultimately uncontrollable. Incorporating the teachings of anatta into daily life also involves examining our attachments and questioning their necessity. Are there aspects of our identity or possessions that we cling to out of fear? Can we begin to loosen these attachments by recognizing their impermanent nature? By gradually releasing our hold on these attachments, we create space for a more peaceful and less anxious existence. Embracing non-attachment is a journey that requires patience and practice. It invites us to continually explore and deepen our understanding of ourselves beyond superficial labels and possessions. As we progress on this path, we may find that our anxiety diminishes, replaced by a profound sense of freedom and inner peace. In Buddhism, the practice of right effort is one of the key components of the Noble Eightfold Path, serving as a vital tool for transforming negative emotions such as fear and anxiety. Right effort involves the diligent cultivation of wholesome states of mind while preventing and eradicating unwholesome ones. This practice is divided into 4 aspects: preventing the arising of unwholesome states, abandoning unwholesome states that have already arisen, cultivating wholesome states that have not yet arisen, and maintaining and perfecting wholesome states that have already arisen. Preventing the arising of unwholesome states requires mindfulness and awareness. By being vigilant about our thoughts and emotions, we can recognize the early signs of fear and anxiety before they fully manifest. This proactive approach allows us to address these feelings through practices such as mindfulness, meditation, or deep breathing exercises, which can help calm the mind and prevent negative emotions from taking root. Abandoning unwholesome states that have already arisen involves actively working to let go of existing negative emotions. This can be achieved through various Buddhist practices such as meditation, reflection on the teachings, Dharma, and seeking guidance from a teacher or community, Sangha. By acknowledging our fears and anxieties without judgment and understanding their impermanent nature, we can begin to release their hold on us. Cultivating wholesome states that have not yet arisen focuses on developing positive qualities such as compassion, loving kindness, metta, and equanimity. Engaging in practices like metta meditation helps to foster these qualities, replacing fear and anxiety with feelings of love and acceptance. Additionally, reflecting on the interconnectedness of all beings can help shift our perspective from self-centered worry to a broader sense of empathy and understanding. Maintaining and perfecting wholesome states that have already arisen involves sustaining positive mental states through continuous practice and effort. This requires regular engagement with Buddhist teachings, consistent meditation practice, and integrating mindfulness into daily activities. By doing so, we reinforce our ability to remain calm and centered even in challenging situations, thereby reducing the likelihood of fear and anxiety taking over. In essence, right effort is about taking responsibility for our mental well-being by actively working to transform negative emotions into positive ones. It encourages a balanced approach where we neither suppress nor indulge in our fears, but instead cultivate a mindful awareness that allows us to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and resilience. Through diligent practice, we can develop a more stable and peaceful mind, ultimately leading to a reduction in fear and anxiety. In Buddhism, right understanding and right thought are the first 2 components of the Noble Eightfold Path, which serves as a guide to ethical and mental development, with the goal of freeing individuals from suffering and its causes. Right understanding, also known as right view, involves seeing things as they truly are, recognizing the nature of reality, and understanding the 4 noble truths. This foundational wisdom helps individuals comprehend that life is marked by suffering, dukkha, that suffering has a cause, samudaya, that it can be overcome, nirodha, and that there is a path leading to its cessation, magga. By internalizing these truths, one can begin to dismantle the delusions and misconceptions that often give rise to fear and anxiety. Right thought, or right intention, complements right understanding by focusing on the cultivation of wholesome mental states. It involves directing one's mind towards thoughts of renunciation, goodwill, and harmlessness. Renunciation here means letting go of desires and attachments that lead to suffering. Goodwill involves fostering loving kindness and compassion towards oneself and others, counteracting negative emotions such as anger and hatred. Harmlessness entails a commitment to nonviolence in thought, word, and deed. Together, right understanding and right thought form a powerful duo in overcoming fear and anxiety. When one understands the impermanent and interconnected nature of all things, it becomes easier to let go of irrational fears and anxieties rooted in attachment and aversion. This understanding fosters a sense of equanimity and acceptance, reducing the mental turmoil that often accompanies fear. Moreover, cultivating positive intentions through right thought helps to replace negative mental patterns with constructive ones. For instance, when faced with a situation that typically induces anxiety, an individual practicing right thought might consciously choose to focus on thoughts of compassion for themselves and others involved, rather than succumbing to worry or panic. This shift in perspective can significantly diminish the intensity of anxious feelings. In essence, right understanding provides the wisdom needed to see beyond immediate fears and anxieties, while right thought offers practical tools for transforming one's mental landscape. By integrating these principles into daily life, individuals can develop a more balanced and peaceful mind, better equipped to handle life's challenges without being overwhelmed by fear or anxiety. In Buddhism, the principles of right speech, right action, and right livelihood are integral components of the Noble Eightfold Path, serving as ethical guidelines that foster inner peace and reduce fear and anxiety. Right speech encourages individuals to communicate in ways that are truthful, harmonious, and beneficial. By avoiding lies, gossip, and harsh words, one can create a more peaceful and trusting environment. This practice not only reduces interpersonal conflicts, but also alleviates the internal turmoil that arises from deceit and harmful speech. When our words align with our values, we experience a sense of integrity and calm. Right action involves behaving in ways that are morally sound and non-harmful. This includes refraining from actions such as stealing, killing, and engaging in sexual misconduct. By committing to ethical behavior, we cultivate a sense of safety and trust within ourselves and our communities. This ethical conduct helps to diminish feelings of guilt and fear that often accompany harmful actions. When we act with kindness and compassion, we contribute to a more harmonious world, which in turn nurtures our own inner peace. Right livelihood emphasizes earning a living in ways that do not cause harm to others. This principle encourages us to pursue careers that promote well-being rather than exploitation or suffering. Engaging in work that aligns with our ethical values can significantly reduce anxiety related to moral conflicts or unethical practices. When our livelihood supports rather than contradicts our spiritual principles, we experience greater satisfaction and less stress. Together, these three aspects of the Eightfold Path, right speech, right action, and right livelihood, create a foundation for ethical living that promotes inner peace. By adhering to these principles, we not only contribute to the well-being of others, but also cultivate a serene and balanced mind. This ethical framework helps us navigate life's challenges with greater equanimity, reducing the fear and anxiety that arise from moral dissonance and harmful behaviors. Through consistent practice, these guidelines become second nature, leading to a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Developing concentration, or samadhi, is a crucial aspect of Buddhist practice that plays a significant role in steadying the mind and overcoming fear and anxiety. Samadhi refers to a state of deep mental focus and unification, where the mind becomes fully absorbed in the present moment. This heightened state of concentration allows practitioners to see things as they truly are, free from the distortions caused by fear and anxiety. In Buddhism, samadhi is cultivated through various forms of meditation, particularly those that involve focused attention. One common method is anapanasati, or mindfulness of breathing. By concentrating on the breath, practitioners can anchor their minds, reducing the tendency to ruminate on past regrets or future worries. This practice helps to create a sense of inner calm and stability, which is essential for managing fear and anxiety. Another effective technique for developing samadhi is the practice of single-pointed concentration, where one focuses intently on a single object, thought, or mantra. This practice trains the mind to maintain focus without being easily distracted by external stimuli or internal chatter. Over time, this ability to concentrate deeply can lead to profound insights and a greater sense of control over one's mental states. The development of samadhi also involves ethical conduct and mental discipline. Ethical behavior creates a foundation of trust and integrity, which supports mental clarity and reduces inner turmoil. Mental discipline, cultivated through regular meditation practice, strengthens the mind's ability to remain focused and composed even in challenging situations. As practitioners deepen their concentration, they begin to experience a sense of equanimity, a balanced state of mind that remains undisturbed by external circumstances. This equanimity is particularly valuable in overcoming fear and anxiety because it allows individuals to face difficulties with a calm and composed demeanor. Instead of reacting impulsively or being overwhelmed by emotions, those with strong samadhi can respond thoughtfully and with greater resilience. In summary, developing concentration through samadhi is a powerful way to steady the mind and alleviate fear and anxiety. By practicing focused attention techniques such as mindfulness of breathing and single-pointed concentration, individuals can cultivate a deep sense of inner peace and stability. Ethical conduct and mental discipline further support this process, leading to greater equanimity and the ability to navigate life's challenges with grace and composure. In Buddhism, the concept of Sangha refers to the community of practitioners who support one another on the path to enlightenment. This community can be a powerful source of strength and solace for individuals grappling with fear and anxiety. The Sangha provides a nurturing environment where members can share their experiences, learn from each other, and offer mutual encouragement. This collective support helps to alleviate feelings of isolation and loneliness, which often exacerbate fear and anxiety. Being part of a Sangha means having access to a wealth of shared wisdom and practical advice. Experienced practitioners can offer guidance on meditation techniques, ethical living, and the application of Buddhist teachings to everyday challenges. This communal knowledge pool can be particularly beneficial for those struggling with fear and anxiety, as it provides concrete strategies for managing these emotions. Moreover, witnessing others successfully navigate their own difficulties can inspire hope and confidence in one's ability to do the same. The Sangha also fosters a sense of belonging and acceptance. In a supportive community, individuals are encouraged to express their vulnerabilities without fear of judgment. This open atmosphere allows for honest discussions about personal struggles, which can be incredibly therapeutic. Knowing that others have faced similar challenges and have found ways to overcome them can be immensely reassuring. Additionally, the collective practice of rituals and ceremonies within the Sangha can create a sense of stability and continuity. These shared activities reinforce the principles of mindfulness, compassion, and interconnectedness, which are essential for overcoming fear and anxiety. Participating in group meditations or chanting sessions can also enhance one's sense of inner peace and emotional resilience. Furthermore, the Sangha serves as a reminder of the interconnected nature of all beings. Recognizing that one's suffering is not unique but part of the human condition can reduce feelings of self-centeredness and despair. This broader perspective helps individuals to cultivate compassion not only for themselves but also for others who are experiencing similar difficulties. In summary, the power of Sangha lies in its ability to provide emotional support, practical guidance, and a sense of belonging. By fostering an environment of mutual care and understanding, the Sangha plays a crucial role in helping individuals overcome fear and anxiety. Through shared experiences and collective wisdom, members of the Sangha can find strength in unity and move forward on their spiritual journey with greater confidence and peace. The Dhammapada, a revered collection of sayings of the Buddha, offers profound insights that can be applied to daily life to overcome fear and anxiety. One of the central teachings in the Dhammapada is the importance of mastering one's mind. The Buddha emphasizes that our thoughts shape our reality, and by cultivating positive and wholesome thoughts, we can transform our experiences. For instance, verses such as, "All that we are is the result of what we have thought. It is founded on our thoughts, it is made up of our thoughts," remind us that by fostering a mindset rooted in compassion, wisdom, and mindfulness, we can mitigate the grip of fear and anxiety. Another significant teaching from the Dhammapada is the concept of impermanence. The Buddha frequently reminds us that all conditioned phenomena are transient. By deeply understanding and accepting the impermanent nature of all things, we can reduce our attachment to outcomes and diminish the anxiety that arises from uncertainty. This perspective encourages us to live in the present moment, appreciating each experience without clinging to it or fearing its loss. The Dhammapada also highlights the value of ethical conduct as a foundation for mental peace. Verses that advocate for right speech, right action, and right livelihood guide us to live in harmony with others and ourselves. By adhering to these ethical principles, we create a life free from guilt and regret, which are common sources of anxiety. When our actions align with our values, we cultivate inner peace and confidence. Furthermore, the Dhammapada teaches the power of loving kindness, metta, and compassion, karuna. Practicing loving-kindness meditation, as suggested in these verses, helps us develop a heart full of goodwill towards ourselves and others. This practice not only alleviates personal anxiety, but also fosters a supportive environment where fear cannot easily take root. Lastly, the Dhammapada encourages us to seek refuge in the three jewels: the Buddha, the Dharma, teachings, and the Sangha, community. By turning to these sources of wisdom and support, we find guidance and companionship on our journey to overcome fear and anxiety. The collective wisdom of the Sangha provides reassurance and practical advice, helping us navigate life's challenges with greater ease. Incorporating these teachings into daily life requires consistent practice and reflection. By regularly meditating on these verses, applying ethical principles in our interactions, embracing impermanence, cultivating loving kindness, and seeking support from the community, we can gradually transform our minds and lives. The timeless wisdom of the Dhammapada offers a roadmap to inner peace, guiding us away from fear and anxiety towards a state of equanimity and joy. Real-life examples of Buddhist practitioners overcoming fear and anxiety provide powerful testimonies to the efficacy of Buddhist practices. One notable example is that of Thich Nhat Hanh, a Vietnamese Zen master, who faced immense fear and anxiety during the Vietnam War. Despite the chaos and violence surrounding him, he utilized mindfulness and meditation to maintain inner peace. His practice of mindful breathing and walking meditation allowed him to stay grounded in the present moment, reducing his fear and anxiety. Thich Nhat Hanh's teachings emphasize that by returning to the breath and focusing on the here and now, one can transcend overwhelming emotions. Another inspiring story is that of Pema Chodron, an American Tibetan Buddhist nun. She has openly shared her struggles with anxiety and how she used Buddhist principles to transform her life. Through the practice of Tonglen meditation, which involves breathing in the suffering of others and breathing out compassion, Pema Chodron learned to face her fears directly. This practice helped her develop a sense of empathy and connection with others, alleviating her own anxiety in the process. Ajahn Brahm, a British-born Theravada Buddhist monk, also offers valuable insights into overcoming fear. He recounts his experiences of dealing with fear during his early years as a monk in remote forests. By practicing loving kindness, metta meditation, Ajahn Brahm cultivated a deep sense of compassion for himself and all beings. This practice not only reduced his fear, but also fostered a profound sense of inner peace. These examples illustrate that Buddhist practices are not just theoretical concepts, but practical tools that can be applied in real-life situations. Whether through mindfulness, loving-kindness meditation, or other techniques, these practitioners have demonstrated that it is possible to overcome fear and anxiety by embracing Buddhist teachings. Their journeys serve as beacons of hope for anyone seeking to navigate the turbulent waters of fear and anxiety through the wisdom of Buddhism. Integrating Buddhist practices into everyday life can be a transformative journey that helps in overcoming fear and anxiety. One practical tip is to start with mindfulness meditation. Set aside a few minutes each day to sit quietly and focus on your breath. This simple practice can help ground you in the present moment, reducing the tendency to ruminate on past fears or future anxieties. Consistency is key, so try to make this a daily habit. Another useful practice is incorporating loving kindness, metta meditation into your routine. Begin by silently repeating phrases like, "May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be safe," and gradually extend these wishes to others, including those you find challenging. This practice fosters compassion and reduces feelings of isolation, which can often exacerbate anxiety. Understanding and embracing the concept of impermanence can also be beneficial. Remind yourself regularly that all experiences, whether pleasant or unpleasant, are temporary. This perspective can help you detach from negative emotions and reduce the fear of change or loss. Non-attachment, anatta, is another core Buddhist principle that can alleviate anxiety. Practice letting go of rigid expectations and the need for control. Instead, cultivate an attitude of acceptance towards whatever arises in your life. This doesn't mean passivity, but rather a balanced approach to life's ups and downs. Right effort involves actively working to transform negative emotions into positive ones. When you notice fear or anxiety arising, consciously replace these feelings with thoughts of gratitude or acts of kindness. Over time, this practice can rewire your emotional responses. Incorporating right understanding and right thought into your daily life means aligning your actions with the principles of wisdom and ethical conduct. Educate yourself about Buddhist teachings through books, podcasts, or community classes. Reflect on these teachings and apply them in your interactions with others. Utilizing right speech, right action, and right livelihood involves making ethical choices that promote peace and well-being for yourself and others. Speak kindly, act compassionately, and choose work that aligns with your values. These practices create a harmonious environment that supports mental well-being. Developing concentration, samadhi, through focused activities like yoga or mindful walking can also steady the mind. Choose activities that require your full attention and immerse yourself in them fully. Finally, don't underestimate the power of community support, Sangha. Join a local meditation group or online community where you can share experiences and gain encouragement from others on the same path. The collective energy of a supportive community can provide immense strength in overcoming fear and anxiety. By integrating these Buddhist practices into your daily routine, you create a foundation for lasting inner peace and resilience against fear and anxiety. To keep expanding your spiritual awareness, click one of the videos on screen now.